Welcome everybody to FILBangalore. How's everybody doing today? My name is Anuj. I lead product at Protocol Labs. I wanted to start with that video because that video is really powerful in pushing the message about what Protocol Labs really is. So our vision is we drive breakthrough in computing to push humanity forward. How do we do this? We do this by thinking about breakthrough technologies and accelerating the entire R&D pipeline. So here are the focus areas of Protocol Labs. Digital human rights, and you probably know about some of these projects, IPFS, Filecoin, FEM, upgrading economies and governance systems, developing breakthrough technologies focusing on AR, VR, AI, robotics, and the fourth focus area, which is neurotech, brain-computer interface. Down here is a set of teams. Of course, we cannot fit everything, but given Protocol Labs as an innovation network has a lot of teams, here's a sampler of some of those teams. You can use the QR code to look into the website that I was just showing, but this kind of represents the spectrum of teams and the innovation network. There's more than 600 plus teams in the network, and this is now updated to about 6 billion in capital into the PL team. Okay, so why is this important? Well, there's an innovation chasm. So if you think about how innovation works in the R&D pipeline, there's a lot of science, early research that happens in academia, in universities, and the race to publish a paper or that particular research will perish. A lot of times, good research does not get the funding it needs in the universities and academia. And then there is the venture side of things, where there are projects that got funds because they found or they have a potential product market fit, a proof of concept. Venture rush in, pushes in money, and then that particular team gets a few years to accelerate their development and see if their product will actually hit the product market fit. There's a gap between these two, and that's the innovation chasm here. Protocol Labs, what it does, it looks at the entire R&D pipeline, all the way from research down to productization, production, and scaling. So if you think about this entire R&D pipeline, we have 3 different types of team in the network. There are blue teams. They are focused on simply research-based work, grants, and they do not have a business model, whether they're not going to go and actually productize something. So these are research-oriented teams. There is an entire set of teams that are green teams. These are teams that will raise funds, that will go through the traditional VC model. There's also yellow, but it's not mentioned here. These are teams that are the combination of blue and green teams. I'll go through some of these slides very quickly. Okay, so these are the Protocol Labs infra pillars that support the overall R&D pipeline that I just mentioned. There are projects, teams, capital, talent, and programs. I'll go into the details if there's Q&A. We have a workshop in the second half of the session in the afternoon. But for now, I'll quickly talk about the programs. So some of the programs that we focus on covers the entire spectrum in terms of hackathons, grants, hacker houses, PL Venture, which looks into the actual VC funding model. And then there's also Retro PGF. I'll talk about that a little bit more. By the way, here, quick QRs. This is to sign up into the network if you're interested. And here's to see who else is attending from the network. I'll actually quickly ask a question. Who here has an answer to what is the lifeblood of an innovation network? If you were to guess, what is the most important thing in an innovation network? What would your guess be? Anybody? Money, he said money. Money is definitely important. There's the whole thing of capital, but more than money is builders, developers. If you don't have the dreamers, the builders, there's no innovation network. to innovate, you need people who can actually think and innovate. So for that, Protocol Labs have launched PL Dev Guild. This was launched at the last FILBangalore, and we have successfully run 2 cohorts. So this is going to quickly talk about the things that happen in the PL Dev Guild that helps improve the developer's journey. There's mentoring, there's career support and job offering. There is coding, improving of the coding skills and the open source best practices. The length of the cohorts are 12 weeks right now. The next one is in January 13th. The applications are open. Each cohort has 60 contributors. It's part-time, so it depends on how much time you really put into it. There are weekly check-ins and some of the technologies that right now are partnering with the PL Dev Guild. So here's some example contributions that have come through. And in the interest of time, I'm going to go quickly out of this. We'll talk more about this in the afternoon. Here is the Retro PGF that I was talking about before. Retro public goods funding. And this is an example of the Retro PGF that happens across as the projects that are worked on by the cohort finds impact, these developers get retro funded. So three PL Dev Guild contributors have been hired so far, full-time within the network. And then here are some of the technology partners that are working with the PL Dev Guild right now. These are the new technology partners. If you haven't checked them out, I suggest definitely go look at it. Coordination Network is building decentralized AI, and Storage is a decentralized storage solution. This is the core team. Some of them couldn't be here, so I'm representing some of them. And then here's some more details about the next cohort. If you scan the application code, you can actually apply. The applications are open. And that's it. Thank you for your time.